I am 62. My name is Tina, and I am in near the end of my second week of uh, liquid diet post surgery for a gastric bypass. Uh, there's a lot of history of obesity and death in my family. Um, my father died from a quadruple bypass in 1995, New Year's Eve. His arteries were horribly clogged, and the surgery was successful and not at the same time. His body started throwing clots during the surgery because it thought he was bleeding to death. So he stroked out on the table several times and was never able to recover. My younger brother, Billy, passed away the year before, Christmas Eve, yay, from an upper respiratory infection that was exacerbated by his extreme weight. He probably was close to 400 pounds when he passed. My youngest brother, David, just passed away probably 3-4 years ago. We don't know why he wasn't found until his birthday, and I still haven't received an autopsy report. He was an alcoholic, but he was also very obese. And it was around 2021, which was the height of COVID, so that probably also had an effect. This is me in high school. Wish I looked like that now. This is David. As you can see, even at 17, he was hefty, and it just got worse as he got older. And this is my brother, Billy. As you can see, he also had, he was stocky at 17. And again, he only got worse as he got older. I lost a lot of family because of their weight, and I have a daughter, a son-in-law, and a grandson that I need to make sure are taken care of, and I can't do that if I'm gone before I have a chance to set everything up. So that was my main reason for having the surgery. This is what I looked like several years ago, back when my husband was still alive. We had our house. It didn't get any better. Big change from when I was in high school, for sure. And this is my dad. He quit smoking when I got pregnant, and unfortunately he had to find a substitute for the cigarettes, and that became food. By the time he passed, he looked like he was 8 or 9 months pregnant. All his weight was in his stomach. He had already had a couple minor heart attacks before that, which is what the doctors felt, which is why the doctors felt he needed the bypass surgery. Billy was 31 when he passed away. My father was 53, and David was 58. I've outlived them all. And I hate that I've outlived them all. All right. I tried I got fat when I got pregnant and couldn't seem to drop the weight. That seems to be typical for most people. Most women, I should say, because let's face it, guy can't get pregnant. I did everything. I tried the Atkins diet, no carbs, and it helped a bit. I worked in factories for most of my life and was always on the go, 8 hours a day, 5, 6, 7 days a week, just running all over the place. Changing my eating habits, changing the kinds of food I had and when I ate helped, and I dropped the weight for a while. But then when I stopped working, it came back, and then some. After that, I couldn't seem to get rid of it no matter what I did. I was always working, always running around, and I still I could not drop the weight no matter what I did. I just resigned myself to being fat for the rest of my life. I cut out carbs. I reduced the amount of food I ate. I stuck to diet soda. I love diet sodas, by the way. I stuck to diet sodas and diet drinks. I mean, I did everything I could to get rid of the weight, and it just would not budge. I came to learn that our bodies tend to hang on to the weight when we start dieting after we've been heavy for a long time, because it thinks that it's being starved, so it's going to hang on to all the calories it can to survive. It's a survival thing. And if you've been heavy for most of your life and you've tried every diet and you've done every exercise, you move, you do everything you can to try to drop it, and you'll be lucky maybe you lose 20 pounds, it's because your body wants to hang on to that. It's because your body thinks that you're trying to starve it to death, so it's going to do what it can to survive. And hanging on to the fat is how it'll survive. So when I spoke to my primary care physician about doing this, I went and signed up for the program, did an initial interview to make sure that I qualified, because you have to have a certain body mass index and certain weight, certain level of obesity to qualify for these surgeries. I mean, 20 pounds, no, they're not going to cut your stomach out for that. One of the first things they told me was that I needed to lose at least 10 pounds before the surgery. So that day, I changed my diet. I went to a cup of cottage cheese, a cup of yogurt, and a bowl of fruit for lunch every day. I had a protein shake for breakfast. I changed my serving sizes and reduced the amount I ate for dinner every day. It's hard at first because you have that craving, wanting sweets, wanting the chocolate, wanting the bread, so you do everything you can to fight those cravings. They go away after a while. They really, really do. And in the 4 weeks leading up to the surgery, I managed to lose 40 pounds. I started out at 276, and now 2 weeks after the surgery of continuing to follow the doctor's directions and doing the liquid diet and everything, I'm down to 211 pounds. They set my goal at 180 because when I started this, I was 276. 100 pounds is the average amount of weight you will lose on a gastric bypass. It's more successful than the sleeve. The gastric sleeve, you'll be lucky 80% of your weight, 80% of the goal weight. And I intend to lose more than that. And I'm a stubborn person. I will lose more than that. But I feel much better. Much better. As you can see, my age is starting to show because, hey, saggy skin. So Um, you, even if you only have a few pounds to shed, even if you want to do 20, 40, whatever, you don't have to buy into the fad diets. You don't have to uh, uh, do ridiculous things. The most important thing that you need to do is to stop carbs. Stop the sugars and the potatoes and the pastas and the white bread, all the things that have those mega carbs in them. That is not good for you. I don't care, carbs, energy. No, it doesn't work that way. It really doesn't work that way. When you have too much sugar in your system, your insulin will store it as fat. Point blank. And the more carbs you take in, which is sugar, the more insulin is going to store the fat because it can't use it. If it's already made, if it's already used as much as it can, it will store the rest of it. That's just the way it is. So limiting your carbs. You don't have to run 20 miles every day. Just get in a decent amount of exercise, a 2-mile walk once or twice a day or once or twice a week. As long as you're getting the exercise that's helping to move that, to burn the energy so that your body is forced to use the insulin, forced to use that extra padding it's stored up. That's all it will take. That's all it will take. But for some of us, it gets to a point where you can't anymore. And then the surgery is your only choice. I did the surgery because I know that if I get down to my target goal weight, I'll think, oh, I can eat what I want now because I'm skinny again. And it won't work that way. It'll just come right back up. I don't trust myself. So this turning my stomach into something this big is the only way that I know to stop myself from eating myself to death. It's a big change. Protein shakes will be your food for probably the rest of your life, because protein is important. It builds muscle, it repairs cells, it keeps you healthy. Super B complex, the 2 weeks of liquid diet before and the 2 weeks of liquid diet after the surgery. This is important because you will not have any B vitamins coming into your body at all, and you need these. And then bariatric vitamin once a day for the rest of your life. You will not be taking in enough food to get the vitamins and minerals that you need. So you need to supplement it with bariatric vitamins. It's tough. It is. But you will thank yourself for doing it, because this is not the way to live. I was miserable for a very long time. There's no reason to continue to be miserable.